Getting out of debt stories. Struggling with debt can be frustrating and depressing. It causes a lot of stress, and financial problems are thought to be the cause of thousands of ruined relationships. If you're dealing with debt stress, reading some getting out of debt stories from people who have managed to get through it can be very beneficial. There are many books you can find on the subject, and you can also find these stories in magazines and online. Learn some tricks. One thing that you can gain from reading Getting Out of Debt Stories is some tricks on dealing with your debt that you may not have thought of on your own. Everybody's financial situation is different, and so different methods of taking care of debt have to be devised to suit your personal circumstances. If you're reading about how someone in a situation similar to yours got out of debt, you may be introduced to some ideas that will help you out as well. Also, many of these books are compiled by individuals who specialise in the financial or debt field. This means that they may toss in valuable debt reduction pointers in between the stories. Find motivation and battle despair. One day taking care of your debt may seem to be going well. The next day you feel like your world is crumbling around you. When things like this happen, reading some Getting Out of Debt stories can motivate you again. Something you will probably find in these stories is people who were in much worse situations than you. They had to find their way out of a very deep financial hole, but they found ways to keep at it, and now their lives are back in order. By seeing the success of someone who was buried deeper in debt than you are, you can find a lot of motivation. If they could get themselves out of that situation, you can get yourself out of this one. This can be a very powerful mental tool. Keep in mind that no matter how dark things may seem, there's always someone out there who's gotten through worse. Keep yourself out of debt. Once you've cleared most of the debt out of your life, you will have created a real sense of financial freedom. Your income will stop vanishing into the bank's coffers to pay expensive interest payments, and it becomes all yours to spend however you want. Now you just need to keep yourself that way. By keeping some Getting Out of Debt stories around where you will see them once in a while, you are providing yourself with a reminder. You may be tempted to open that line of credit because the payments really aren't that much. But when you think about the book of debt stories sitting on your shelf, you'll rethink your situation and probably walk away from this destructive train of thought. By reading up on some Getting Out of Debt stories, you are providing yourself with a powerful motivational tool. You would be amazed at the positive effects something like this can have on even the most seemingly hopeless situation. If you are despairing, these stories can remind you that your situation really isn't that bad and that you have the ability to get yourself out of it. Not only that, they will also provide you with a means to do this by giving you some tips and pointers to use to reduce your own debts along the way.